Just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On the set. 12. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Let's go.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Yellow.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception? What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Two times. Ready.
A handoff for Gibson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Anything moves, we hit it.
Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Come on. Hey, Panther 60. Mike, ready, go.
They'll run with Gibson.
Go, run.
And he's got room. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 23-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all.
Nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Hurry. Let's go, Heavy.
Here's a give to Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Okay, ready. 33. Watch screen. Hey, check Mike 30.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Easy.
Pollard going to try the right side, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
4 down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give to Gibson running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
AD's getting the ball here. AD's getting the ball.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hey, check go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
We often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Yellow.
Play action. Now Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Jackson to return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Back to throw here. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. He'll drop to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense are not set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On the move to his left. And going deep for Hill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the second and the third level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 12. Mike 12.
They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Watch 84.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Rosas' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yellow.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mahomes firing complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Mahomes now on 1st down. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Daron Payne make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row. He's got to start taking care of that way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
15. Let's go.
Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's going to be caught by Coulter. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Right? Good field position means go ahead
and Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Watch the pass. Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson pushing through the contact. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep, and they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And they're going deep for Hill. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays.
Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Yellow!
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Pollard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. And it's caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe the defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Mahomes will throw for it. But he will not make it into the end zone. He stops short, and that might spell an end to their chances as this stays a 3-score game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They have the nice cushion. They just won't pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter. Because he has such great skills, you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Check. Whip. Watch the whip. Mike, check 33. Go.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did early.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Deron Payne in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They go play action. Now Mahomes under pressure. They got him again. Jonathan Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Looking here for Schmidt downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. So they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's second and a yard.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This will be caught at about the 5. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Once more, Gibson.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So it's Washington victory here. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every